Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Dogboat333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Kaiserreich as the German Empire. It's been a little bit, hasn't it? I think it's been, what, a year? A year and a week since the last part of the series. I apologize for that. Life has been busy. My interests have been all over the damn place. And if my interests aren't dictating things, it's my timing and my ability to pay attention and do more than a few things at a certain time. But we are back, luckily. I left this series hanging, and I didn't want to keep it hanging. So I have decided to hop back in. Not to the exact same save, obviously. I mean, that save is long and dead. We're only about a year and 14 months total. So, not missing too much, realistically speaking. But, I figured it's about time to hop back in. Better late than never, after all. And now, well, here we are. So, let's take a quick scan at the world, see what's going on. Civil War is not kicked off quite yet. New York New York City just kind of hanging out, all red and stuff. Seems Huey Long was elected president of this run. Yeah, this is, state of world Russia's gone socialist. A lot of updates have happened since the Ireland update came out. Denmark update came out. The Russian rework finally came out. A lot of shit came out. I do want to check all of it out eventually. I will. But first things first. It's time to hop back into Germany. Now let's take a look at these little pop-ups. Future of the Army. I think we've looked at that before. Democracy and reaction. We got that. We're a little bit close to. We're kind of close to debt to GDP ratio. Our economic health is doing a lot better, which is very nice. We have this pop up, which I don't recall being in the series before, so let's go ahead and read it. Control over the island of Ireland has always been of interest to European powers at odds with the British due to its proximity to Great Britain and the Atlantic. No invasion plans or Irish rebellions would end in triumph until the Weltkrieg, during which armed shipments and international recognition from the German Empire successfully assisted the Irish in achieving their independence. Following the British Revolution, Irish leaders developed close ties with the Liberator, pivoting the nation into Mittel Europa. However, German business and investments on the island have been disrupted by Black Monday, and the Union of Britain has seized the opportunity to flex their political muscles. In the wake of the Ely Matcha incident, the Union of Britain has intensified its efforts to foment social agitation in Ireland. It's crucial to German diplomatic, financial, and strategic interests that a nation of the Mittel European bloc does not follow the growing tide of syndicalism. And to this end, we must completely ensure, or via the promotion of Germanophile influences within the country, that the Irish Republic remains friendly to the Reichspakt. While the Irish may drift closer to us on their own accord, it would be in our interest to fully ensure that this occurs, as the use of the island as a base from which German forces can carry aerial and naval operations against the British, extending the Kaiserreich Marine's power into the Atlantic Ocean, may prove vital should war break out against the Third International. So we are kicking ass influence-wise. The British aren't even close. And if we have 15 more influence points, more than the Brits at the end of this contest, whenever that ends up ending, we'll end up puppeting Ireland. If it ends up being more than that, well, we'll just go ahead and get some political power for every time we've invested, which is going to be alright. But, hey, that's that. We're working on the Deutsches Reichsbahn as of now. And now we're just kind of giving things some time to see where they will end up playing out. No. In the newest publication of Chemische Zeitung über die wichtigsten Gebiete der Chemie und chemischen Industry, readers could find an article submitted by Hans Krebs, MD, entitled The Role of Citric Acid in the Intermediate Metabolism in Animal Tissues. In it, Krebs presents his newest discovery of a cycle of reactions, including the molecule citric acid, that is proven to be essential in the functioning of all living organisms. The process includes a series of cyclical chemical conversions and is a vital element of cellular respiration, allowing all organisms to function. The author of the paper, Dr. Hans Krebs, is a researcher at the University of Freiburg, known for discovering the ornithine cycle in 1932, using previous work by Albert Imre. Oh, fuck me. They're really making the pronunciations difficult. My first event back, aren't they? Zent Georgi de Nagarapot, who discovered several products and reactions in the cycle. Krebs has presented his discoveries in a succinct fashion. This recent discovery has been seen as extremely innovative, and Krebs is already receiving further honors and renown in the scientific world. The achievement has also bolstered the reputation of German scientific circles, and more importantly, the Kaiser Wilhelm Society. A cycle of life. Look at that. We now have positive stability. Here's a tear to the eye. Oop. There goes the Second American Civil War. What do I want to get working on next? Could do some welfare slashing. That'll take them to stability. Let's do a state monopoly on nitrate and tobacco. Economy's Carl Helfferich has proposed establishing state monopolies on two lucrative consumer industries, nitrate mining and tobacco, which will bring much-needed revenue to the budget. This proposal has also found support among the left and the far right. Well, there we go. So what we're going to do, let's do some money creation here. Boom. Put some extra cards just in case. It's a liquidity crisis, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to save real quick and change the type of crisis we got. Fuck, no. That is not what we wanted. I'll see if I can't load this save again and re-roll that. Because that would be much appreciated. Alright, let's go ahead, see what we got. Crisis type. Fuck! Alright, do we even need... That doesn't matter too much, we're okay. Yeah, we're fine. We didn't need it. It would have been nice to get that efficiency going, but... What are you gonna do? Ooh. A nationwide wave of peasant protests has broken out in Poland. The events have caused some unrest even in the Prussian side of the border, in Masuria, among the smallholders of Posen. The scale of demonstrations are warring, and should August IV's government fail to contain the rebels, the strike may turn into actual uprising against their interests. Many of the council have asked Berlin to instruct them on how to handle the crisis. Let August handle it the way he sees best. Costa Rica requires our assistance. Jasper struck the other as quiet elimination of Costa Rica, where the ZKG, the Zentralamerikanische Kaffeegesellschaft, crashed hard on the Berlin Stock Exchange just a few weeks later, dragging the nation into a hole out of which it will be unable to recover on its own. To save a complete collapse, the small nation has requested us alone to bail them out. Yeah, sure. Horrified by the Civil War in the United States, a small nation looks in fear to its eastern northern borders, waiting for attack now that its protectors at war, and has requested that we openly express our desire to keep Costa Rica as a sovereign state. As Entente forces encroach on the Panama Canal, determined to snatch it from the failing USA and socialist forces to the north, look eagerly to the ill-defended Costa Rican nation. It would be in our interest to establish a foothold on the American continent and keep a close eye on the region should the situation escalate further. Yeah, we'll offer them assistance. Here we go. I can support that. Why not? So we have the legacy of the Canal Rebellion. After more than 3 decades, one of Germany's most ambitious and controversial building projects has finally reached its completion. The last connecting piece between the Aller and Elbe finished, the Mittelland Canal, Europe's largest artificial inland waterway connection, is open for traffic. Ships load of coal and iron in the Ruhr can now reach the industrial centers in Hanover, Brunswick, Brandenburg, and Saxony without large detours via the North Sea, and even access to the faraway markets in East Elbe. Even though most of the public, including the conservatives, rejoice with the completion of this prestige project, this most certainly wasn't always the case. Back in 1899, when construction efforts were initiated by Kaiser Wilhelm II himself, the canal was harshly opposed by the East Elbe Junker elite, who feared that a connection between the Rhine and Elbe would flood rural Prussia with cheap imported grain. Resistance by DKP and the Agrarian League and the Prussian Landtag was so overwhelming that the Kaiser had to drop these ambitious plans for the time being. The resistance of the so-called Canal Rebels, or Canal Rebellion, was one of the first precedents of conservative opposition to the plans of the Kaiser government. By now, of course, all these particularists, hardcore protectionists, have long passed away and have been replaced by a generation of younger, more compromising conservatives. But nonetheless, it is interesting to see how drastically the stance of a selected political party on a certain topic can change over time. Andere Zeiten, andere Sitten. Democracy prevails in the Philippines. No. The King of Hawaii have sent an ambassador to meet with our government in order to bring the King of Hawaii into the Reichsbach. Should we accept the Hawaiians' offer? Of course they may join. Come on in, guys. Just thinking about going here for my next vacation. Might as well bring them in. Look at that. Hawaii has a cute little tree, doesn't it? Look at that. I just remembered we are still fighting in Spain right now. Oh. Probably should stay here, let them wear themselves out. And then, yeah, you can go over here now. Mustafa Kemal seizes power. Interesting. Oh! So much for, our help, huh, buddy? You fucking snakes. That's how it fucking is. How's the Union State doing? The Sunnis are getting their teeth kicked in. New England has been seized. Oh, after so much upheaval, the nation of Haiti appears ready to fully enter the international arena on our side. The government in Port-au-Prince has released a rapid-fire series of declarations regarding a number of international issues aligned with our own positions. Haitian diplomats have also sent out feelers conspicuously meant to gauge our willingness to enter a military alliance with the country. It seems the country is likely to formally broach the subject of alliance on some future day, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps years from now, but someday. Splendid. go. What do we want to work on now? Do some social housing programs. Extra population seems nice, and the construction speed. For decades, Germany has been gripped by a housing shortage. The more things change, huh? Which leaves thousands packed in poor quality homes and raises the cost of living to unprecedented heights. We shall vow to construct a vast number of low-cost homes in the outskirts of major cities and provide the impoverished masses with the housing they deserve. So Serbia's... Oh. I mean, that's not the best, but... What are you gonna do? Let's get working on medium tanks. Oh yeah, there's this. Put him with Daimler. Morocco wants support. Yeah. Let's send a military mission to them. 2,000 manpower. That's not a big deal. Well, not the Cindies. Well, the Netherlands seeks an alliance. Welcome. Come on in, guys. Dutch do love their elections. The Philippines want support. Yeah, we will help them. How'd they get that many points? What the fuck? Oh, so we have 300 more days of this. Okay. Let's expand some hydroelectric power in the Alps. The Alpine regions are home to numerous fast-flowing rivers with untapped potential for electricity generation. Hydroelectric dams, large and small alike, have already been constructed in Bavaria and Baden. Further imperial support can ensure that this industry grows even greater than before. In addition, dam construction is a very labor-intensive process, one we can employ many unemployed workers so that they can make a living. There we go. I'll go ahead and finish up this video. I'll finish up this part here, and then we'll get going. On the auspices of Karl Ritter and his 4-year plan, Middle Africa has made progress in light industrialization using the great labor force of Africa for the production of simple rifles. While these weapons are crude and certainly not fit for use in German hands, this means that several shipments of weapons once destined for Africa are no longer needed there. Well, you can never have enough guns. Let's liaise with some sympathetic Irish officers. have no command power right now, which is a little unfortunate. We'll get constructing some military factories. Mecklenburg has 100 infrastructure. Let's start putting some shit there. Improve some machine tools. And then transport planes and naval bombers. Okay, we'll get to those all eventually, sooner or later. And there we go. Now, with all of that in mind, let's do some federal income taxes. That seems pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave things there, my friend, but thank you all for watching. Like, say if you like, dislike if you didn't, leave in comments feedback down in the comment section below. I read all comments again, and I do appreciate any feedback you might have for me. Check out my various links in the description box below. Leave in comments feedback down in the comment section below. I read all the comments I get, and I appreciate any feedback you might have for me. Hit the sub button, notification bell to keep updated with uploads as they come out. And check out my various links down in the description box below. Thanks for watching, my friends. My name is Mr. Dogbot53. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time, which is probably going to be in 7 months from now. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.